Good evening. Hopefully the people in the lobby will start making their way into the auditorium. This is my gentle way of saying hurry up and buy lots of beer and come on in and get ready for the show. Push this up just a little. My father's 6'10", so I was the short one in the family. Well, welcome to the Delphi Opera House. You're in for a real treat tonight. I got a chance to talk to a few people out in the lobby. Who's here for the first time tonight? Raise your hand. I always get so excited when we have new people here. Welcome to the Opera House. This is an 1865 building that was lovingly restored 10 years ago, so it is now our 10th anniversary. And if you're one of the lucky people who bought canned water, and let me show you what that looks like. If you look at the back side, the imprint on the can is the same as the wallpaper on our walls. So before you leave, you can buy a can or two and bring it with you. But the paper on the walls is actually a reproduction of the very original paper that was hung here all those many years ago. There's an amazing story about the building, but because we have over 26 musicians here, I'm not going to give you a long history lesson. But if you want to know more about the building, please give me a call, come back, and we'll give you a tour, and we'll tell you all about the little details of the building. Before you leave, also grab a brochure. We've got some brochures out in the lobby of our upcoming shows. Last year we had 17 ticketed shows. This year we have over 45. So we are busy. Lots of Christmas programming is coming, but let me tell you a little bit about what's coming up next. The Hispanic Heritage Festival will be Saturday, September 27th. Usually happens out on the street. If the weather's bad, we bring it inside. So whether you want to party outside or party inside, there'll be music and art and culture and food. So please join us from 4 to 11 for that. Malachi Jaggers, another local musician, will be here October 11th. The 4 C Notes, it's a Frankie Valli tribute group, will be here. We're going to be serving a meal from Paretta's, which is the new Italian restaurant next door. So you'll have a meal starting at noon and the show will be at 4 o'clock. Then October 25th, we're having something called Cemetery Cinema. It'll be spooky activities all day. We're gonna have some costume contests. Of course, an old building has to have ghosts. So we will do ghost tours, and the evening will show Phantom of the Opera, the original Phantom of the Opera. We have lots of holiday shows. We just launched White Christmas. Tickets are on sale now for our resident theater group, Red Brick. We have over 5 shows of White Christmas. And a new program we've just launched, it's called Singer-Songwriter Sundays. It's songs and stories. And we just kicked that off last weekend, and Patrick Nice, you'll get a chance to meet him tonight. He's the host. We kicked that off last Sunday, and it was a very popular program. We have 2 more of those shows coming up throughout the year. I'd like to thank our sponsors, because we can't do this, first, without ticket buyers, and second, without sponsors. So the season sponsors are Jeff and Carlene Quirk, Delphi Main Street, Brick and Mortar Pub, NIPSCO, First Financial Bank, Novus, Triton Water, that's the individuals that made this water, and they are in Lafayette. Then the Hispanic Heritage Festival sponsors are Indiana Packers, Sciotes, Brick and Mortar again, Delphi Main Street, St. Joseph's Catholic Church, and Jeff and Denise Craig. So thank you to everyone. And while we're thanking people, we have wonderful volunteers. There's only a staff of 1 here, which is me. And then we have volunteers who make this work. They come early, they sell tickets, they run the elevator, they're ushers, they clean, they do whatever is needed. But we have somebody special who none of this could happen. He sits in the back of the room. His name is Alan Huff, and he's our tech. So, A show like tonight could not happen without an Alan Huff. Because not only does he help manage all of this, whenever we don't have equipment, he always says, oh, I'll just bring it from home, or, oh, well, he finds stuff everywhere. But he hosted this group out at his house this week, so they got to practice this whole program before they got here. So hopefully, everybody knows what they're supposed to do tonight. And if they don't, well, that's just the way it goes. But 2 years ago, I saw a collaboration show, but I was on the other side. I sat over in the audience there and had the most wonderful time, because you get a chance to see all of these different wildly talented musicians, the way they interact with each other, the camaraderie that they build. And there's something special when that happens that you don't get in a regular concert program. So tonight, I think, is very special. I was talking with someone earlier about Joe Peters, who's really the Pied Piper here. We've decided that Joe's a combination between Johnny Appleseed and the Pied Piper, with his red shoes. I can always pick Joe out in a big crowd, because I can bend down and I can see those red shoes, and I know exactly where Joe is. We're so happy that you're here. And the other great thing about this show is that they have someone that will guide us through everything, preface it, give you some background stories, and I think that's also a very special thing about this program. Frederick Michaels is an Indiana poet and a songwriter, and he is going to lead you through this menagerie of musicians tonight. So have fun.
She's taller than I am. Okay. A song for the time. The time for a song. Fix your stare right over there and prepare to sing along. Some songs about love with pathos and joy. A handsome lad whose love is mad for his gal in Illinois. Some songs about faith and some about devotion. Perhaps one or two about feeling blue on the far side of an ocean. A song to make you happy, another to swell your pride. A quaint little ditty about life in the city to make you feel warm inside. Songs come in many sizes. Their shapes can vary too. Many have a chorus, sure not to bore us. With a bridge, I've seen a few. Songs surely will entertain, make us laugh, ease our pain. At the end of the day, they have something to say. So listen up, we're back again. And now, without further ado, Michael Kelsey, do that magic thing you do.
Back in black, I hit the sack. I've been too long, glad to be back, but I let loose for my nose. That's making me hanging about. I keep on looking at the sky, cause it's making me high. With the girls, cause I never die. Got a night life, cat's eyes, abuse, and never wonder why, cause I'm bad. Yes, I'm bad. Oh, I'm bad. Back in black, oh, I'm bad. I see I'm back in the me on another ride. Just look at me now, I'm making my way. Try to spread your love, just get out of my way, 'cause I'm bad. Yes, I'm bad. When I'm, hey, when I'm bad, I can't let, oh, back. One more time, right from the top.
I saw a guitar player the other night. He had a red guitar, he was out of sight. Well, I looked down, what did I see? He had matching red shoes, yes sirree. He played his songs, what do you know? Well, I'd go anywhere to hear old Joe with his red shoes on, and that's no lie. He's playing songs about the love of his life. He writes songs left and right about life and other things, and his wife died. They're the couple that can't be beat with his red shoes and die so sweet. If you see a guy playing a red guitar, it belongs to Cheryl, she's a superstar. But those red shoes, they are all Joe, and if they wear out, he'll go buy more. Joe's red shoes, how can he lose? Uxorious man, he'll never sing the blues. Joe's red shoes, no, he'll never lose. He has his beautiful wife and those crazy, crazy red shoes. Doodle doodle doot doot.
Ooh, how y'all doing tonight? We're really happy you're here with us. Thank you for coming to the Delphi Opera House for what we'd like to think is a very special show. 2 years ago, we did something we called Collaborations because we had a couple albums that we'd done and recorded. And, well, we've been back at it for the past 2 years. We've been working on the album called Collaboration 2025, Keep Looking Up. And if anybody knows where I did with my 3-ring binder, I could use it up here on this. The song you just heard was written by our dear friend Patty McKee. Patty McKee passed away last year, and you'll hear more from her in the second set. But we wanted to honor her memory again by that lovely song, because it was the first song anyone ever wrote about me. We also lost a friend named Mike Byers last year. Mike was a dear friend as well, and a songwriter as well. And before he left the earthly plane, he left a couple sets of lyrics or poems, whatever you want to call, and I got to put them to music. And this is one of them. It's called A Visit with Uncle Sean, and it features the dear Amanda Fletcher.
We spent the day with Uncle Sean. Our mother left the porch light on so you won't get lost, I heard her say. But alas, it didn't work that way. Look out. She left the light for Cousin Ray, but left it 30 blocks away. Ray's not been seen once since that day. I never liked him anyway. Look out. So down the subway stairs we go, down to the weirdest place I know, with a sunken concrete boat to row and a tortoise made of pizza dough. Look out. Look out, here comes a huge orange crow. He puts on quite a flying show, but since we have no coins to throw, he drops a gift on Cousin Joe. Mostly blues. Look out, here comes a huge orange crow. He puts on quite a flying show, but since we have no coins to throw, he drops a gift on Cousin Joe.
Amanda Fletcher and Mike Byers.
A number of years ago, my wife and I had the privilege of visiting Muir Woods outside of San Francisco. And if you've ever been there, you know how much of an enchanting place it is. And we took lots of pictures, and time went by, and all of a sudden a Facebook memory popped up, some of those pictures. And It set me to thinking, what was John Muir thinking when he first came upon those giant redwoods? And that turned into a song lyric. And the song is the one you're going to hear next. In this cathedral of trees, with Cheryl Keldall. Cheryl?
Deep in the woods I slept. When I awakened, I wept. Not for myself at all, but for the whole world. Here in this cathedral of trees, I hear the words carried on the breeze, a whisper that's more like a prayer. You are my destiny, you are my air. It's time, and once again we push it closer to the end. We stumble as though blind around the bend. It's time, and once again we push it closer to the end. We stumble as though blind around the bend. Hawks fly, tight circles through air. Timber wolves howl as if no one's there. The mind may say go as you please, but your heart speaks to you, get to your knees. It's time, and once again we push it closer to the end. We stumble as though blind around the bend. It's time, and once again we push it closer to the end. We stumble as though blind around the bend. We are the stewards of all the earth. Put what you take to good use. Renew all you use for posterity's sake. Your humanity comes with dues. this day, more than any other, we see the form of our earthly mother. A child with eyes so brightly aglow shows us the path to take. How shall we go? Here in this cathedral of trees, a whisper that's more like a prayer.
Cheryl Caldwell.
We'd like to introduce Rick Mummy to the stage. Yeah. A lot of you know mums.
This is just for show.
Good to see you, Rick.
Thank you, Joe.
This next song is called, well, when Rick sent the lyrics to me, it didn't have a name. He just said, here's something I've been working on. And the Songwriters Association of Mid-North Indiana has a meeting every month, and it's a hybrid, so I get to zoom in from California and played this song, and Frederick Michaels said, well, I know the title. It's called When You're Done.
I had just turned 70, and I was kind of hoping that my twilight years would not be spent in the twilight zone, but here we are, so. But it's nice to be a part of Joe and Mike's Rock and Roll Review. I love that. You can travel miles and miles, my friend, and still not know where you are. You can work for your heart's desire, take a gamble on a scratch-off card. You make yourself playing crazy with the endless race you run. But if you don't know what you're doing, how will you know when you're done? You take pride and fly in blindly till you fly into a wall. We can lead you to the water, but you will not drink it all. You make yourself feel miserable and claim you're having fun. But if you don't know what you're doing, how will you know when you're done? Tell me, how do you know when to stop and when to go? If you don't know what you're doing, when you're done, how will you know? You can put your faith in truth and say the truth will never die. then give your heart to someone who you know is selling lies. La da 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 da. But if you don't know what you're doing, how will you know when you're done? Tell me, how will you know when to stop and when to go? If you don't know what you're doing, when you're done, how will you know? Tell me, how do we know when to stop and when to go? If we don't know what we're doing, when we're done, how will we know?
Thank you. Thank you, Rick. Rick Mummy, Amanda Fletcher.
Thanks. There are a lot of interesting and talented people, but they thought you might here tonight. But they thought you might need a break. So that was me.
Let me check in real quick. How's the sound level out there? Volume and all that? Sounding good? That's thanks to Alan Huff back there, and thank you. And Andrew Hughes is back there projecting these images. We thank him. He's an intern with Sammy and a songwriter extraordinaire in his own right. He's a very young man.
This next song came about from my watching a special on one of the educational channels. I can't remember which. I think it was the Discovery Channel. About Noah and the flood and how they were thinking they could historically confirm the story of the Ark and Noah from archaeological records. And I said, well, that's very interesting, but I wonder what Noah would think about after having delivered all the animals to the dry land. What was he thinking about? And of course I wrote a song. And the song is called The Whims of Earth, and it's being sung to you tonight by Frank Anthony.
We serve our whims of earth, midnight's beginning its chime, and this no nursery rhyme may see us all go our ways. Earth's waters rise to cleanse every good work done by men. A day so ironic when it's the innocent who pays. Have hard our days not done. We win if we take hands as one. Humanity is strong. Our history goes on. We'll write new word to our song. We've got to mend our strings and move survival along. Our hearts need only a song to bring the demons to heel. If our day's not done, we win if we take hands as one. Humanity is strong, our history goes on. We'll write new words to our song. this binding fate will come. We stand together or fall. We are human after all. We do despite what we feel. We serve all whims of earth. Midnight's beginning its chime, but we'll be ready this time. Renew our spirit of birth. Have heart, our day's not done. We'll write new words to our song. Humanity is strong. Our history goes on. We'll write new words. Humanity is strong. Our history goes on. We'll write new words. Humanity is strong. Our history goes on. Goes on.
Frank Anthony, all the way from Kokomo, Indiana. Well, Kokomo, Indiana does not get the award for coming the furthest. You might think it belongs to this next guy, and for now we'll say that's so. All the way from Dearborn, Michigan. Marvelous radio DJ at WHFR Henry Ford College. Wednesday afternoons from noon to 4 p.m. Yes. Phil Mack, is he coming out? Oh, you want to come? Yeah, sure, why not? Because you have a fan club out there. 2 singer-songwriters from the Southeast Michigan area came down with Phil. Gary Bro and Roger Ponder. They're sitting here in the office to support their buddy Phil. And Phil supports all of us because he plays a lot of local music. And local means Michigan and Indiana, and we're very grateful. Let's hear it for Phil Mack.
Thank you. It's funny how Indiana just keeps crawling into it all the time. Just good stuff.
Phil was here 2 years ago and did a song with us, but he always wanted to do this one. It didn't make it onto one of the official collaborations album. It was on an album I did called Turf Wars, and it's called Faded Rose, and these lyrics are from another Michigan pal named Charlie Walmsley, who can't be here, but Phil represents.
Yes, and thank you for letting me come back. And I tried to explain this song once before, but really, you can't explain it. The last time I tried, though, it got me in some trouble. The person I was on stage with turned it into a whole nother song, so I'm not going to try today. But one thing I felt it needed was a prelude, and so I wrote the prelude for this song. First thing I ever had that was actually mine that went out into the world, so if you would, please. If everybody would sing along on the choruses too, that would be great. It's just no, no, no. Powdered sugar donuts, black coffee in a white foam cup, continental breakfast at this 12-room mom and pop. The innkeeper's making small talk, friendly, but she's hard. She says,
We don't take drunks and prostitutes, and we don't take credit cards.
No, no, no. Two-lane snake a path, through corn and wheat and beans, burning cigarettes and gas and sleeping in between. Tracking down an old pal, I came upon this scene at the faded Rose Motel on Highway 113. No, no, no. I asked, can you help me out? An old friend lives around here. Straw hat, short and stout. I haven't seen him in a couple of years. The corners of her mouth turned up. She said,
I know that old Joe. He used to hang around at Spike's. But I gave up drinking a while ago and I stay home at night.
no, no, no. Then she looked at me and pointed to a picture on the wall. A black man in a suit and a white man long and tall. She said,
My two big brothers are the only reason I'm still here. After they found me in an alley, drowning in blood and beer.
no, no, no. Like to find my old friend Joe so we could reconcile, but the innkeeper's got me thinking I may be staying here a while. Oh, oh, oh. Two-lane snake a path through corn and spuds and beans, burning cigarettes and gas and sleeping in between. Looking for an old bud, I came upon this scene at the faded Rose Motel on Highway 113. Thank you.
Phil Mack, all the way from Dearborn, Michigan, with Linda Hicks. Well, not many of you may know Phil, but I do recommend you tune in WHFR.FM Wednesdays from noon to 4. Now, this next songwriter, Frederick Michaels, is going to tell us about, along with this particular song.
It is me. Okay. Okay. We don't have a perfect operation tonight. About 1 year ago today, a good friend of all of ours posted on Facebook that he had been quit of alcohol for a full year, and that his traditional old drinking songs were all about root beer now. Well, I saw that and I could not let it go. And I asked him, or I told him, I said, that's his song title, isn't it? He says, Knock Yourself Out. So I did. And we came up with, My Drinking Songs Are All About Root Beer Now. And it will be sung to you by Mr. Michael Longcor.
It used to be true, I might have me a brew,
and perhaps another two now and then. But now I've gone dry, I'm quite a different guy, and my thirst runs to soda pop friend. In those years of my youth, I must tell you the truth, drinking beer made me feel quite fine. And after a few, tell you what I would do, I'd break out in song till closing time. Oh, they all have the very same chords, all the harmonies that you can afford. But I'll tell you, since I took that vow, my drinking songs are all about root beer now. I'm a bit older now, and I'm not sure quite how I survived all those beer drinking days. Had some up and some down, times I looked like a clown. I'm sure glad that I've changed my ways. Oh, they all have the very same chords, all the harmonies that you can afford. But I'll tell you, since I took that vow, my drinking songs are all about root beer now. Please play, Mr. Kelsey. So as strange as it seems, topped with chocolate ice cream, I've found just what suits my throat. And I know what you fear, but my mind is quite clear. It's my drinking song, chocolate root beer float. Oh, they all have the very same chords, all the harmonies that you can afford. But I'll tell you, since I took that vow, my drinking songs are all about root beer now. Oh, they all have the very same chords, all the harmonies that you can afford. But I'll tell you, since I took that vow, my drinking songs are all about root beer now. My drinking songs are all about root beer now.
Michael Longcor, Amanda Fletcher. And Amanda's not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere.
Yes,
Pardon?
I should grab some music. What song is it?
Mike, there we are.
No.
There's a fellow who, you'll see him in the second set, but the guy who gets the award for coming the furthest is my buddy John Allred. He's driven all the way here from Walnut Creek, California, where we both live, to document this evening, and I'd like to thank him for that. lyrics were penned by a mutual friend of ours in Fremont, California. Her name is Linda Patterson, and her brother Dave was a Harley rider, and he wrote this song. She wrote this song, these lyrics, to memorialize her brother Dave. He rode his Harley with cold wind blowing, Wisconsin weather, summer breeze or snowing. He had felt the wind on his face, a free bird flying. He was a free soul who needed only to be riding. It was a surly ride, weathered, scarred, and gnarly. Had a night ride in his bike, that cranky old Harley. They were a stubborn pair who flew the night air, together free as a breeze, without a care, built tough and lean, sturdy and strong, surviving life's storms and winters too long. His favorite motorcycle was old and dirty, but painted with memories of life's journey. She wasn't polished, filthy as sin. She had spirit and glow that came from within, and built tough and lean, sturdy and strong, surviving life's storms and winters too long. Carried heavy baggage with a heart of gold. Soulmates forever, together grew old. His constant companion, a replacement wife, nickel of choice to ride the trails of life. Built tough and lean, sturdy and strong, surviving life's storms and winters too long. He was misunderstood with a genius mind, but all he wanted to do was ride, ride, ride. To love Dave was to set him free. Riding that Harley is where he wanted to be. Built tough and lean, sturdy and strong, surviving life's storms and winters too long. Built tough and mean, sturdy and strong, surviving life's storms and winters too long. That, of course, is Amanda Fletcher, and this here, as you know, is Scott Greeson. Well, these next lyrics were penned by Frederick Michaels, but I get to say a couple words about him. This next song is called Idaho, because, well, for one thing, I went to grad school in Idaho, University of Idaho in Moscow, Idaho. But last year, in fact, just exactly a year ago, I was in Idaho because my wife and I served in the Peace Corps in the mid-'80s in Ecuador. And we had a little reunion in Idaho last year. And Frederick Michaels penned these lyrics based on knowing that I was going to Boise, Idaho. And I'd like to welcome to the stage David Inskeep from Kokomo, Indiana. Professor Emeritus from my alma mater, Northwestern High School.
And I'm pleased to have Scott Greeson and Linda Hicks
There you have it.
accompanying me here.
Doesn't get any better than that, does it?
I think that I might go to Boise, Idaho. They say it may snow, but I don't care. I'll go there for a rest. My friends there are the best, and they tell you can't beat it for clean air. Oh, there's more than just potatoes in Idaho. Beef, cattle, hay, and wheat, milk, barley, sugar beets, and huckleberries sure are neat. It's what they grow in Idaho. Oh, there's more than just potatoes in Idaho. From where the Rocky Mountains grow, east in Idaho, to Snake River's rushing flow, enchantment tempts you, and the east of Oregon is pining to add on. Idaho's the place regardless of what sends you. Oh, there's more than just potatoes in Idaho. Beef, cattle, hay, and wheat, milk, barley, sugar beets, and huckleberries sure are neat. It's what they grow in Idaho. Oh, there's more than just potatoes in Idaho. Many things that folks don't know about Idaho. It's where rubies and diamonds grow, hot springs and rapids flow. The city of trees, you can do as you please. Raft wide water, but surely pack antacids. Oh, there's more than just potatoes in Idaho. Beef, cattle, hay, and wheat, milk, barley, sugar beets, and huckleberries sure are sweet. It's what they grow in Idaho. Oh, there's more than just potatoes in Idaho. Oh, there's more than just potatoes in Idaho. Oh, there's more than just potatoes in Idaho.
David Inskeep.
Do you ever just close your eyes and think about days when you were young and foolish? Okay, when you were younger and more foolish. I do that occasionally. And when I did not too long ago, some song lyrics suggested themselves. And herewith, a in retirement look back at youth is Cheryl Fletcher, 21.
Pieces of time invest my thoughts like waves lapping over sand. More than a dream, a memory of truth for the lives we never planned. 21, 21 said and done. Still it fills our eyes, dressed up in little lies. Now that the race is run. Hid from the storm, bodies were warm in a crush just before the dawn. Van Halen and Prince, the best then or since. We got high as the bands played on. way as we aged and we turned the page, recalled with a smile and tear. 21, 21 said and done, still it fills our eyes, dressed up in little lies, now that the race is run. Pieces of time invest my thoughts like waves lapping golden sand, memory of truth, a vision of youth for the lives we never planned. 21, 21 said and done, still it fills our eyes, dressed up in little lies, now that the race is run. 21, 21 said and done, still it fills our eyes, dressed up in little lies, now that the race is run.
Cheryl Fletcher, Amanda Fletcher. We've got a couple more songs before we take a bit of an intermission where you guys get to stretch your legs, hit the bathroom, hit the concessions, talk to the performers. There's a merch table out there, and we'd love to see you out there. Well, this next song, again, was the lyrics were penned by my pal Charlie Walmsley. Gary Bro knows him well because Gary and I often attend Lamb's Retreat for Songwriters up in northern Michigan. And Charlie is a frequent attendee at that. And that's where we met, Charlie and I. And every now and then, he sends lyrics my way. Such was the case with this. And I'd like to welcome to the stage your friend and mine, Mr. Eric Hicks.
How we doing, Joe?
I'm not sure, Eric. Are you going to sing or speak?
I don't. Hang on just a second.
So how I feel, what?
Let me shut my phone off, Joe. Sorry about that, everybody.
That wasn't part of it?
Part of what?
Well, I don't know whatever you're doing.
I'm here to sing a song, man.
Oh, good, cool. Let's
Are
do
you
that.
nervous?
Well, that guitar case makes me a little nervous. Never mind.
It's my emotional support guitar case.
What's left of our culture has been shredded by vultures. Where they descend depends upon the trends. What's left of our sanity sailed away with humanity. The ship of fools sailed off searching for jewels. What's left of our wisdom has been locked up in prison. It's now a crime to open your eyes. I see something in you, something that's true, something to carry me on today. I see something in you. Please say you see something in me. Yeah.
carry me on today. I see something in you. Please say you see something in me. Make our own space, withdrawing from the race. Just you and I and the earth and the sky. We could run on our own time, no more standing in line. I forgot to write down this line. I see something in you, something that's true, something to carry me on today. I see something in you. Please say you see something in me.
The one, the only, Eric Hicks and his emotional support guitar.
The red guitar goes down? Is there anything else going on besides me introducing this? No, okay. All right, so since you've seen and heard me before in the show, this next song is something very special to me. And the way this one came about was I was sleeping, and that's usually a good thing for me, but about 3:15, I woke up and this song started going through my head. So I didn't want to lose it, so I wrote out some rough, sketchy chords, and I tried to fall back asleep, but it kept giving me words, so it gave me the words, and within an hour, I had this thing all sketched out, and it also gave me, whatever this muse was, the brilliant idea to have Joe Peters and Linda Hicks sing the song. And not only that, it let me know that this song would be in the capable hands and ears of Michael Kelsey. So this song is special to me because they're doing it, and now I am a songwriter. Like, officially, somebody's doing my song. And Cheryl Caldall is playing the keyboards on this. So here is a song called Forgiveness, the last song before the break.
Respectfully
forgiveness, forgiveness, satisfyingly. Forgiveness, forgiveness, forgiveness. Thank you, Michael Kelsey, Cheryl Culver, Linda Hicks, and everybody who's been up in this first set. Please take a wonderful 15, 20-minute intermission, and we will see you back up here with a lot more music and special things. Thank you so much for being here. As I mentioned in the first set, the person who gets the award for coming the furthest is this one to my left. This is John Allred from Walnut Creek, California. He drove the 2,500 miles or so earlier this week to record a couple of performances we did last weekend here at the Delphi Opera House. And he's here tonight to capture all this magic, and we're very thankful and grateful for his presence. I'd like to give him just a couple minutes to tell you about a music video that he and I and a couple of friends are working on in California. This is a rough edit of that, but yeah, I'll let John tell you what he would like to say about this.
Yeah, the only thing I really wanted to say about it is that it's a rough edit, but he already covered that. Yeah. Joe, as you guys probably would guess, has worked his way into a really dynamic musicians community in California as well, and I happened upon them, and I don't do music, but I do video, and sometimes my video is doo-doo. But I just there are like probably a dozen songs of his that I would like to do videos of, but we started with this one, and since two of the performers were from here and we were way over there, well, wherever that is, I wanted to include everybody, so I had Linda and Liz have videos of them performing the song here, and then I worked that into the video. And that seemed like the best way to get everybody involved, even though now, of course, I am here, but I wasn't able to be here then. So.
Yeah, John! Woo.
He's weathered and broken and set in his ways, looking back at his future without many days, with dreams of high country and snow-covered peaks, off to meadows of alpine above Otter Creek. Oh, through granite rocks and over snow-covered sand, it's a magical winter wonderland. Hiking with staff in his wrinkled hand, he is in his glory in this rugged land. Up the trail with no other, reminiscing of backpacking with his old lover. filled with memories of earlier times. His tattered old backpack smelled of red wine. It's been his companion forever in time. The buck knife on his belt, old but treasured, many golden trout were cleaned and measured. His Sierra cup is dented and rusty as he hikes up the trail, all rocky and dusty. In hiking boots of dry, cracked leather, he made it through all Sierra weather, heading up to the cabin where he was born. Without getting back there, his heart will be torn. Resting under a tree where he will bury his soul, he's just disappeared where no one will know. He was weathered and broken and set in his ways, looking back at his future without many days. Weathered and broken and set in his ways, looking back at his future without many days.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Kelsey.
Everybody say, Dave Fearing, get out here! Hey, Mom said the way you move gonna make you sweat, gonna make you groove. Oh, no child, when you walk that way, watch a honey chip, can't keep away. Oh, child, when you shake that thing, gonna make you pound, gonna make you stay. Oh yeah, alright. Oh yeah, alright, bye-bye. Sing a little bit. Say, baby, my baby, now my mama get you one night. Hey, come on now. long till I found out what people mean by down, and they took my money, tried to take my guitar, running around playing trumpet and Delphi, trying to be a star. I said, I can't even go to sleep at night. I never think that it's a long ride. I put my head on the pillow like I'm thinking weeping willows, and all of a sudden I hear it through the night, night, night it goes. Sometimes I just sleep and I feel so lonely. No, it's just me and Chuck Mangione doing our stuff. Listen to the sound. Everybody, I can hear him getting down. He's going, hey, hey. Here's how I jam with him. You just sit still. Time over there? Okay. All I ask, all I pray, steady loving woman gonna come my way. I need a woman gonna hold my hand, tell me no lies, make me a happy man.
Michael Kelsey and David Buehring. Our next song is, or features, features Scott Greeson and Vickie Maris, and it's called I Would Have Begged You to Stay. Scott, you want to tell us a little bit about that song?
What an honor.
Thanks for sticking with us.
How you doing? Isn't this fantastic? Just a gathering of friends sharing music and beautiful things. You know, I talked to my bride today and I said, you know, I may need you to introduce this song for me because it is actually very emotional for me. So I'm going to, normally I keep these stories or these songs rather short, but I'm going to let this be what it is. Last October, Joe had reached out to me and said, hey, buddy, we're going to have a celebration of life. Our friend Patty McKee. And Patty is a longtime friend of mine, but a friend to many. And she would come to our shows and support us. And she's also the sister of one of my dear friends, Penny. And at the time I met Patty, I didn't know Penny. And things have evolved in a really beautiful way. But I'll ask you a question, and I think you know this. It's a question I don't want a verbal answer to, but I think you know the starkness of when you say goodbye to somebody and you don't know that is the last time you say goodbye. And something happens, and you, in retrospective on that last time you were together, you say, what was that? Why could I have done anything different? Would things have changed? And this happened to Patty very unexpectedly. She lost her son. He was 40. He died in his sleep. I will say I've since become good friends with Bobby also, which was Patty's daughter. And that was Bobby's brother who passed. It was all very unexpected. Patty gets cancer. She passes away. And after she passes, they find these lyrics. And so what I'm going to share with you is what happens after my friend Joe reached out to me and said, hey, we have these lyrics. We think they were going to be a song.
not quite finished yet. Would you be willing to take a look at them? And I heard where they were from, and I said, most definitely. And so what you're about to hear, it's really emotional for me to sing, but we're going to get through it together, because here is the message. What Patty was saying in the song and in her lyrics, in her poetry, was that what we have is the moment. What we have is right now. It's called I Would Have Begged You to Stay. Didn't know you were leaving, didn't know you were gone away. Wished I could have been there, held your hand, called your name, and begged you to stay. Would have begged you to stay. Goodbye shouldn't be that way. The night you left us took my heart along, leaving only memories. It all felt so wrong that you couldn't stay. Would have begged you to stay for one more song. So much to share, it's unfair. Life was left undone. It's give and take. Smiles are hard to fake when you're the only one, the only one. Both believing one day we'd walk in the light. Questions answered, every wrong would be made right. Never dreamed you'd see the other side ahead of me. Seems the order of things got changed, so I'll hold on tight till I see you again. Love never ends. Would have begged you to stay. Would have begged you to stay. Would have begged you to stay. It's quiet in here.
Thank you all. We've still got a lot of music for you. I hope you're not getting too tired in your seats.
This next song is one of a series of travelogues that Joe and I have done. Joe does the traveling and I do this lyric writing. He then turns it into a song. He, in this particular case, traveled to the town of Český Krumlov in the Czech Republic. And those of you who aren't familiar with it, it's about 100 miles south of Prague, and or 100 kilometers south of Prague. And it is an aberration in terms of the fact that it's like a time capsule you feel like you've just stepped into the Middle Ages or the Renaissance period. The architecture is incredibly stunning. Anyway, Joe can never resist taking 150 pictures a day, which he posted on Facebook. And when Joe posts on Facebook, he runs the risk of my writing song lyrics about his postings. So that's the bridge that overlooks the river in Český Krumlov. And I wrote a song called Český Krumlov that basically features looking into the waters of that beautiful river. And where am I?
Jim Brehm.
There we go. Jim Brehm, Linda Hicks, and Dave Beering are our guest performers on this song. Český Krumlov.
Our shadows fall on a shiny golden river. Our voices stilled by the beauty we perceive. Stood on this bridge, we shed tears and feel the shiver. For what we sense is nearly too much to conceive. Moments of peace for reflection beg us to find some direction. Change our world's dreary complexion and make a new connection. This place of peace where millennia haunt the streets, imbue our souls with a new love for the old. The artist's hand, spellbinding pattern repeats. Angelic stone, paintings a joy to behold. Moments of peace for reflection beg us to find some direction. Change our world's dreary complexion. Make a new connection. All the architect's dreams receive. So much is clear in their love for the works of man. Feet yield no trace on cobblestones as we leave, but we'll return, not soon, but when we can. Moments of peace for reflection beg us to find some direction. Change our world's dreary complexion. Make a new connection. Stood on this bridge on a shiny golden river. What we sense is really too much to conceive.
Jim Brehm.
Jim Brown, Linda Hicks, Dave Deering.
This next song, well, love is rarely perfect. And sometimes, if you're not careful, imperfections can creep in, becoming seams through which love slips away. To tell us about it, here's Nelu Lazar. With seams.
Good evening, everybody. Everybody having a good time? Thank you so much, Joe Peters, Michael Kelsey, and all our friends here, Delphi Opera House, for hosting us tonight. Ellen Huff right there. Woo. They talked about Joe traveling, and I'm going to remember this for all my life. Our travels through Romania last year.
So will I.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Here it is for Joe and Frederick Michaels and all friends here tonight. Seems.
Seems like there's a part can rend your heart and make you wonder if it's all worthwhile. Holes where love had been just one feeling, no matter how much pain you reconcile. Love's by the bar we all act out, play the way it's written down. Of who really knows what it's all about. Some shadow that moves on, love slips out of scene and gone, in a game where we're the pawn. Wounds you cannot see, but you know me. You shelter for the love you had inside. Hurt it will not heal, the ache you feel is like the truth from which you can't hide. The night is always out, play the way it's written down. Oh, who really knows what it's all about? Oh yeah. Steady shadow that goes on, love slips out of scene and gone, in a game where we're the pawn. Love can be a dream, but can have seams that pull apart if you should let them go. Look before you lip, or they will creep into your love before you even know. Love's not a party, always out, play the way it's written down. Of who really knows what it's all about? Oh yeah, who really knows? Somebody shadow that moves on, love slips out of scene and gone, in a game where we're the pawn. Seems like there's a part can rend your heart and make you wonder if it's all worthwhile.
Nelu Lazar and Amanda Fletcher, along with Jim Brim.
Some things in life are truly universal. One of them is no pain, no gain. Here with our take on no pain, no gain are Patrick Nice and Scott Greeson with If You Want to Win Big. Big.
Happy to be here. That's rock and roll we just heard, I think, wasn't it? Okay. Hi, Joe.
Hey, Patrick, how you doing?
Good. How you doing, man? Hey.
The candle burns and shadows fall. Dreams take their turn, sent to the wall. Some few survive, make it out alive. But what they were, it's hard to recall. Lightning may strike, but despite all the hype, you got to work to the bone to succeed. At the end of the day, there's just no easy way. If you wanna win big, you gotta bleed. You gotta bleed. You play the game and take your shot. You hope to win, give it all you've got. All you got. But time and space hold your feet in place in what you want and what you're not. Lightning may strike, but despite all the hype, you have to work to the bone to succeed. At the end of the day, there's just no easy way. If you wanna win big, you gotta bleed. You gotta bleed. Brilliance is a fraction of a second. Real genius is a width of a hair. There isn't much to choose. Should you win or should you lose? The action seems to pull from thin air. No more inside. Find strength somewhere. Your nerves are fried. No one else will care. You're on your own. Seats have been sold. You'll be what you can. What you dare. I did this right, but despite all the hype, you have to work to the bone to succeed. At the end of the day, there's just no easy way. If you wanna win big, you gotta bleed. You gotta bleed. If you wanna win big, you gotta
Patrick Nice and Scott Greeson.
We're having fun. I hope it's infectious. Better than a lot of infectious diseases, right? We got Linda Hicks back here, because this, yeah.
Too kind.
Wrote this song at Pacific Songwriting Camp in January. And you'll hear a little bit about this in just a minute from the inspiration for this. It's called Flowers and Bees. When the sun heats up, the rain falls down, seed and stem pop from the ground. And the bud grows fat and the flowers bloom. She brings those colors to his room. She leaves the rest out in the sun so the bees can get their harvest done. They take the pollen to the hive where they work to keep their queen alive. Buzz all around. Just because they make that sound. The bees love the flower, the flowers love the bees. He watches her as she dances in the breeze. They love each other like the flowers and the bees. The flower never dreams of the bee. She blossoms and the bee arrives. She's blooming in the spring of her life. He's thinking of her needs. Honey starts as flower nectar gathered daily by the bee, stored inside the honeycomb, sealed in wax by small degrees. Like the bees, he builds their home, places her upon the throne. Come next spring, she'll labor still. When she gives birth, they'll be fulfilled. The bees love the flowers. The flowers love the bees. He watches her as she dances in the breeze. They love each other like the flowers and the bees. They love each other like the flowers and the bees. They love each other. Linda Hicks. Little retuning here. So I'm going to call to the stage, if we could, please, Mr. Terry Lyons. Because, photographer extraordinaire, please. So these were his photographs that inspired that song. And there's another one coming up that inspired this next song. Terry, please.
Well, it's good to be here. 12 years ago, there was a collaboration event downstairs, because none of this was here, that paired me up blindly with Joe Peters. And out of that pairing came the song Winter's Bone. And since then, we have been sharing photographs and stories back and forth over thousands of miles. And it's been a treat. It's been really an honor to send him such images just to see what he hears. Because what I see, he hears. And it adds not only value, it adds great value to my images. And it's a great honor to have Joe and Michael put life to the images that I send.
Thank you, Terry.
But it's not always the images. The song you just heard, the images pretty much speak for themselves. The next song is more story-driven. It's about not the picture, but the story. And it is called The Stranger.
Somewhere east of Eden, could have been around 60 with 40 years of freedom. Back then in Indiana, white was white and black was black. The Morgan Tracy Cemetery sits on the dark side of those tracks. The stranger rode in on a rail, now he's buried in the dirt. Nothing to identify, just his overalls and shirt. Looked as if he fell asleep, not harmed nor endangered. The simple gravestone marks wherein lies the stranger. Oh, oh, oh. Might have been a father, could have been a brother, you might have had a sister. What about your mother? You died on that train, that's all we know about the stranger. Your life was easy, thank God you died free. Oh, you might have been a father, could have been a brother, you might have had a sister. What about your mother? You died on that train, that's all we know about the stranger. He died on that train, that now you know about the stranger.
Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Terry Lyons, for the endless inspiration. Do we have a Scott Milks in the house? Well, I guess we do. Looky there. You may remember Scott from 2 years ago. And he's back. Scott records a lot more albums than I do.
Yeah, I keep pretty busy, I must admit. So, welcome everybody. Hope you're having a great time. Thank you. Last week I was in New Orleans. It's a lot of fun. Went down there for various things in terms of maybe drinking some Coca-Colas and things like that. But one of the things we did, we went on a cemetery tour, which was very interesting because half of New Orleans is underwater, as far as being below sea level. So it's mausoleums and things like that. Another thing they like down there is ghosts. And so that's what this song is about. It's about ghosts, but it's actually about not the dead ones, but the alive ones. So hopefully you can kind of follow what we're doing and kind of go from there. So this is called You Are the Ghost, and we're happy to perform it for you now. When your fears inside have grown, turn your love outside yourself. Take these seeds and do what you will. You are the ghost, I know it still.
Scary things are happening to us, all within the right of a cusp, with the living and with the dead. You let it all run into your head. You are the ghost, I know it still.
Ever frightful, ever true. I'm not me when there is no you. Everyone says that you are gone, but I'm the one who can't move on.
When you got a loss, whole world changes. Every step you take feels so prearranged. You try to run, try to distill. Outside you smile, but unfulfilled. You are the ghost, I know it's still. Scott Mills.
It is not a secret that Joe Peters has a thing for his shadow. He posts many, many pictures of his shadow on Facebook. So many such that I could not help myself, but had to write a song lyric about it. Here are John Lacey and Donna Beering to sing it. Shadow Man.
The sun is at my back and stretched out from the pack. Its darkness points the way to where I'm going. An imaginary me, mere shapes is all you'll see. It conceals the rest of all who would be knowing. Shadow man, the dark side of the light. When the sun goes down, he hides in the corners of the night. He's a shadow man. On the ground he runs from me, growing tall upon a tree. Stares back into my eyes with none his own. He won't respond to touch and can't say very much. When he's there with me, I find myself alone. Shadow man, the dark side of the night. When the sun goes down, he hides in the corners of the night. He's a shadow man. I wonder where he'd be, this other side of me, if I could turn around and look into the sun. Would he trick my mind or find a place to hide? And searching I go blind and that's no fun. Shadow man, the dark side of the light. When the sun goes down, he hides in the corners of the night. He's a shadow man. Shadow man. Shadow man.
John Lacey and Donna Beering.
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but when Eric Hicks returned to the stage, oh, gee.
Uh-oh.
He said that this time I could talk for 2 minutes. I said, fine, time me, I'll bring your watch. Ready? You gotta push the button on the top, genius. There we go.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Well, I don't know.
It's very precious. It says Joe Peters is a dick.
Yeah. Anyway, I really didn't have anything. Well, I've got sunshine on my mind. Doesn't even matter if the skies go gray. Sunshine feels so fine. Nothing's gonna get me down today. Woke up late this morning on the wrong side of bed. Gave myself a minute just to clear my head. Had to make a choice of how my day was gonna go. And if you see me coming now, well, you're gonna know, 'cause I got sunshine on my mind. Doesn't even matter if the skies go gray. Sunshine feels so fine. Nothing's gonna get me down today. And some guy threw me the bird, opened up his mouth to shout a few choice words. But I made up my mind of how my day was gonna go. And if you see me coming now, well, you're gonna know that I got sunshine on my mind. Doesn't even matter if the skies go gray. Sunshine feels so fine. Nothing's gonna get me down today, no, no. Sunshine on my mind. Nothing's gonna get me down today. Sunshine feels so fine. Nothing's gonna get me down today. Today, nothing's gonna get me down. Today.
The one, the only, Eric Hicks.
I would like to say the last time I was presented cookies, and I'm kind of waiting on them. There's not a cookie in the greenhouse.
I'm sorry.
The last time you made a joke about me eating cookies, and there's no cookies.
It was actually my mom who made the joke.
Can I talk about that for just a second?
Just a second.
Okay. So I walked into this restaurant, and Joe's mom was there, and she said, "Oh, hi, Eric, would you like a cookie?" And I said, "Do I look like I need a cookie?" And she said, "Well, no, but you look like you like cookies." And we became very good friends over that comment. I would see her out at places, and I would go buy cookies. And I would walk up to her eating them. Just some random places. She was a super sweet lady.
At the beginning of this set, we circled back to Patty McKee, and right now we're going to circle back to Mike Byers. This is one of the two last sets of lyrics or poems that he sent, and that I had the wonderful opportunity to set the music. I have no idea what it means, but it's called Uncles and Cousins. By the score, leave muddy tracks upon the floor as they stumble through the kitchen door, finding snacks and wanting more. It's weasel pie, that's what we need to give us strength for mighty deeds. And as our way through muck and reeds and feast on pickled chicken feed. Enough of that, cries Uncle Ben. We don't eat weasels, they're our friends. And as for braiding swamps and fens, they'll leave that to the gators then.
swamp for Cousin Ray, but do not find him anyway. Perhaps we'll try another day, or maybe he's just gone away. And once back home, oh what a din, Mother has forgotten we are twins. She thinks I'm Jack, but I'm really Jim, 'cause he's not me and I'm not him. She thinks I'm Jack, but I'm really Jim, 'cause he's not me and I'm not him. We have exactly 2 more songs left for you. How you doing? Oh, I know we've overstayed our welcome. You know, they tried to unplug the Beatles on the rooftop. We got another drummer singer. Phil Mack is back.
Thank you, Phil Mack and the Bounce Backs. So,
just pull it out.
This song here, and first of all, thank you, Nelu, for letting me use your set.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if anything's. I don't either. All right. Obviously, I use the manual kind.
Here comes Nelu to the rescue.
Hey!
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, thank you. This song is, wow, I'm finding all kinds of stuff here. What am I doing wrong? This song was an inspiration from, can I have a hand with this, please? Sure. Because I can't figure this out while I'm talking. It seems to be bending back to me, or, you know, falling down like that. It needs something. So anyway, the inspiration for this, if I may say this, because I haven't told Joe exactly, but I was visiting my son down south, and it happened to come to me as I was listening to Joe's music on a walk, and when I had seen him play several times, he had played walking blues. Yeah. So, you know, and I was like, geez, every set that he seemed to play, he probably still does it. I don't know. I'm not knocking him for it or anything, but it's like, you know, he does go around the world, so he's got a right to sing it. But I was thinking, like, well, how can you get the blues when you have those red shoes? So I had the one song, the one line, really, and then kind of sat on it for a couple of years. And recently, when I heard about the collaborations thing, I asked Joe, you mind if I send you something? And Joe said, well, go ahead. And I did, and he liked it, and I hope you like it. And I haven't sung and played drums. I haven't done a lot of things over the years, but I haven't sung and played drums at the same time in a long time. Decades. So anyway, the one thing about the song, the story tells itself, but it also gives me a chance to name check some of my musical heroes. And I also get a chance to play and sing with Vickie Maris and Scott Greeson. Oh man. And you could take the yell also in the song.
Who's your daddy?
Yeah, no, the other two, the yell. And oh, and Joe Peters. All right, let's give it a shot. He came out of the Midwest, tall and straight like a cornstalk. I heard he learned to sing and play guitar before he could talk.
As he was growing up, he decided to join the Peace Corps. Excellent choice. Throughout his life, he always felt he should do more. Along the way, he met and married the beautiful Di. Talk about Joe Peters, and I wouldn't lie. Considered a fashion icon, he picked up some red shoes. As he developed his talent, he kept his eyes on the news. One could only wonder, and I can't swear that this is true. But how can you get the blues when you've got those red shoes? Red shoes, level up. Red shoes, clear blues, those magical red shoes. Head on, that's what you do to survive. Even try to retire, but no one bought that jive. You wouldn't be alive. Joe worked hard on his music craft and still does today. With the Hicks and Michael Kelsey added to his array. He's the Hoosier daddy for Indiana's musician friends. Who's your daddy? And those red shoes will get used until the end. Red shoes, he's got those red shoes. Clear blues, those magical red shoes. Red shoes, red shoes, those magical red shoes. Red shoes, red shoes.
Phil, Big Daddy Mac. Thank you, Phil.
Thank you.
Scotty and Vickie. We've got one last song planned for you, and Cheryl Caldwell and I would like to run through a set of thanks that we have for all of you, because it's just been a very special evening for us. If you want to hear the recorded versions, the studio versions of these songs, there's 29 songs in an album called Beyond Collaboration 2025. Keep looking up. The quilt that you see here was done by Mary Bunty. Many of you know her husband is Dave Bunty, daughter Brittany Haas. Anyway, Frank Muffin recorded the song for the album, yeah, I don't know where we are. Cheryl, take over.
Well, we wanted to say a few thank yous, not really a few because there's a lot, that made all of this possible. So first of all, thank you so much to Delphi Opera House and to Rachel Lattimore. I don't know if she's out here somewhere. And all the volunteers and the staff that have helped to put this together. Thank you so much for all your hard help. And then of course, Alan Huff back there in the back, making us sound great and look fabulous. Andrew Hughes, Andrew. Andrew with Sammy was the one that's done, besides doing all the slides and everything, what else has he been doing besides he's done the slides? He's also done the fabulous website with everybody's pictures and bios. So if you want to know anything about like the background of us, go to Sammy Song. Hey Scott, what is that email?
SammySong.com.
Sammy Song, S-A-M-I.
And you'll see
Song.
Collaboration 2025 there, and all the pictures and profiles of all these performers you've seen tonight are there.
Yes. And I know Joe made this list of, making sure we wouldn't forget anybody, but because he's Joe, that the person he left off of the list was Joe. Without Joe, this wouldn't be possible at all.
Yeah, but how about Michael Kelsey, all the collaborators, Frank Anthony for doing all the stage handing tonight. We had David Zinskeep on the merch table. Well, Cheryl Caldwell, you don't know. All the work that's been done behind the lines is done by you, and thank you.
You too. Well, thank
Great.
you. Thank you all. Thank you all.
John Allred, all the way from California to fill this, to bring video and audio to this, and all of you for being here tonight. Thank you. All the pieces of our future, the kaleidoscope of time, still conceals from me. But I know beyond confusion, like a poet knows his rhymes, love is still to be. Words of anger will the past. What's to come will come at last. Love awaits us all in the future. Peace will hold us all in its hands. Love will save us all in the future. You know it can. You know it can. In this world we deftly conjure, where love said a trip life being lost today. That we had love, I am certain. We abandoned it for strife only yesterday. Rid of anger over this past. What's to come will come at last. Love awaits us all in the future, to hold us all in its hand. Love will save us all in the future. You know it can. You know it can. Ourselves instead of talking past one another. Why can't we teach ourselves love lives in us, my sisters and brothers?
Burn the placards and the banners, sit and talk around the fires. Love can win again. Those who stoke the flames of hatred are all charlatans and liars. We should catch them in the
Vicky's here so long, but we have a lot of music to share with you. Thank you. Drive safely going home. Thanks, everybody.